Guys, what's up? Unsportsmanlike conduct. Gabb, Bree, we're here another week to talk to you guys about some sports. And guess what, guys? Bree had a good ass week. And I don't think it could get any better than that. I just don't think it can for you.
I had a damn good week. Celtics swept the Nets out of here, just gone. They didn't even
compete.
I didn't see this coming. I'm gonna be 100% honest here. I didn't see this coming. I fully expected this series to go at least 6 or 7 games. I don't know. I don't know if the Celtics really have just like stepped to that level where they are that good to the point where they can shut down guys like Kevin Durant, which is insanity to me that they were able to do that. And that really the only time that he really turned it on was, I want to say, yesterday. I feel like yesterday was the only game that he actually looked like decent. Kevin Durant. And it's just nuts. It's crazy to me. I have a lot to say about that, but just about the Celtics as a whole, because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter overreacting and kind of underreacting to all of this. Obviously, I've seen some Celtics fans saying that, oh my God, this team's ready to win a championship, blah, blah, blah. And then I've seen others saying, oh, well, they beat a play-in team.
Well, the guy with the tattoo lives to see another series, so that's good.
It's just like, yeah, if the guy who got the 2020 champion tattoo banner thing, if that comes to fruition, I thought that was going to be like the stake in the heart of this team and they were going to choke after all of that. But he's in good shape right now. But no, like people saying like that they're kind of like discrediting this series win.
What part are they discrediting? Because they like hyped them up beyond compare before they even made it there.
Exactly. I mean, all season long, the Nets were favorites to win the whole thing.
Yeah,
there
was no
championship favorites.
There was no point that the Nets should ever been an underdog to anyone at all. I don't care that they were in the play-in. They were very good. They have KYRIE and Kevin Durant. What do you expect?
And
you expect them to win.
Seeing people, especially fans of other teams who will not be named, but they are the ones that, for lack of a better term, like ducked the Nets. They had every opportunity to lock up that 2 seed and they just didn't do it. And Marcus Smart said it yesterday. Like he and the entire team heard all the talk. Oh, well, people want to avoid the Nets. Like the Celtics should really try to avoid the Nets. And he was like, we're not gonna duck anybody. Like if we're gonna play who we have to play, who it lines up with, and I mean we're not gonna be scared. And when they're playing the way they are right now, they don't really have much to be scared of. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I think they're favorites to win the championship right now. I think they have a really good shot coming out of the East, but you still got all those giants you got to slay. I mean, you got most likely Giannis up next unless the Bulls
so you're going to play
miracle.
You're going to play it's going to be the Bucks.
Yeah, so like
but that'll be a good series.
Oh, it'll be an incredible series. And like I said, unless the Bulls do the impossible, which I don't think they will, but it's not to look at this and say, oh, well, you know, KYRIE and KD are out. It's a cakewalk to the finals. Like it's not. I mean, Giannis is still Giannis.
I mean, they're reigning champs. So
I know Chris Middleton is out, but like it's still, I mean, Chris Middleton is out and they're still beating the living crap out of the Bulls by like 20 points, 30 points. Like it's not, I'm not going to sit here and say that I think the Celtics are like just odds on favorites to win the finals and Banner 18 is coming back to Boston or anything, but I feel really good about what this team is doing right now, where they're at, where they can go. And I think in the past couple of years, like I've looked at, let's use the series against Cleveland, for example, in 2018, where I went to Game 7.
Right.
I looked at that series and I was like, man, if they win one game, they're lucky because KYRIE was hurt and Jason Tatum was a rookie. And it was just like, it was really shocking that they took the Cavs to 7, but like even still, I didn't feel the way I feel about this team. Even last year, 2 years ago, like they've really turned it around from the 500 team that they were around like New Year's. And it's nuts.
To be honest, they were scaring me. I didn't think that they were going to be able to do it at the beginning of the year. You had all that beef in the locker room. I don't even know if that's real or not at this point. You had all that beef in the locker room, and they just didn't look like they were going to get there. But now they look probably one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah, it's like you look at
now.
At the
even with the West low-key kind of.
I'm so afraid of the Warriors no matter what the hell goes on with them. But like you look at the way that the Celtics season panned out, and I tweeted this earlier because there was some dumbass Deadspin article saying it was just the stupidest thing ever, discrediting Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens because the Celtics are, I don't even want to say more accomplished with Ime Udoka, but like it seems like there's a difference in the way that they take coaching. And I do think that they kind of got fed up with Brad as coach, and I think he got fed up coaching too. So the move to the front office was for both sides perfect. But like around Thanksgiving, when the Celtics were, I want to say they were probably even like 2 or 3 games below 500 at that point. Like people wanted Ime Udoka to be fired. They didn't think that they were going to keep him throughout the entire season in his first season as the head coach. Like,
and now look at him.
People are saying that he should have gotten coach of the year or like at least been in the conversation. It's night and day from the start of the season in October to January. And then from January to now, it's like 2 completely different entities. And it's nuts, the turnaround. And it's the perfect time to do it. Like, I'm so glad that it's not the other way around where they started the season wicked hot. And then,
I wish I could say the same. I wish I could say the same, but no, I get that 100%. And to send KYRIE packing, not even win a game.
Not even win a game.
I must feel pretty good. I low key feel bad for him. I kind of do, but it is self-induced.
But you can't feel bad for him when after he gets swept, they're the only team that did not win a game in the first round. And then for him to go in that press conference and say, "Oh, I totally plan on re-signing with the Nets."
Okay, so that's the part where I get a little bit concerned because how many times have we heard that story?
Do you have no shame whatsoever?
How many times have we heard that story?
He's unbelievable. And I genuinely think that in his head, he believes it. He 1,000% in this moment in time believes that he's going to re-sign with the Nets and that I'll give him until maybe July or August. And then something's
but where else
happen,
would he go?
And he's going to do that whole cycle. I don't know. I
don't think there's like a fit for him anywhere else that he would enjoy being. I don't even know if to be honest, I don't even know if he enjoys playing basketball. Like I could see him just completely saying, I've had enough. I did what I did. I had a good run. I was really good, but this isn't me and I don't enjoy this. So I'm going to take my talents elsewhere, not being South Beach like LeBron, going to go home and do some other stuff.
I have no idea because like,
I don't know either.
He's still a monster. Like,
well, yeah, he's very good. And no doubt about that.
I don't know. Like, it would be a shame if he did that, but at the same time, like, I could totally see that. I could see him saying like it's unfulfilling and like he doesn't want to do this anymore, and there's more to life than being a basketball player. Blah blah blah, whatever.
And that's the part that makes me sad. That's the part that I get a little sad about because I have him in this little view of you did all these good things for me, and now to see you just not do them for anybody nor yourself, just like I'm like, damn, that's just very unfortunate because I really enjoyed what you did, and now I don't enjoy it, and neither do you. So it just kind of sucks to see. I don't know. Kevin Durant also, what the heck is he on right now?
Man, it's looking at the numbers
from this series,
like throughout the entire series, and I don't think we're talking about this enough as a whole NBA community. Jason Tatum locked him up this entire series. I just saw the stats.
Locked him up during the timeout. He had no chance.
That was brilliant too. Brilliant because that was around the time where KD was like starting to get hot and like they were starting to come back a little bit, and then the officiating, I mean, I'm whatever. But that was brilliant. Like, still a timeout, get in his head. Don't let him take that free shot to, like, see if he's in the flow. It was genius. But
It
Jason
was
Tatum,
awesome.
his defense, it's not being talked about enough. 15 points when Tatum guarded KD the entire series. 9 turnovers. Like, it's perfect. It's
yeah, the
perfect
turnovers
to
were
see.
ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I've never seen Kevin Durant play like that before.
Will Kevin Durant still be there? Is he going to try to do his little thing and leave? I think that neither of them can leave. Like, if they're going to make it through the next year, I don't think that they can leave because that would be so bad for them.
It would look terrible for them.
But at the same time, I don't think either of them care what anybody really has to say to an extent.
I think KD cares because of the stuff he was posting about Charles Barkley after he got swept last night. I think he cares a lot about what people have to say about him.
I don't think that's going to, like, affect him in a way that he's going to, like, stay. I don't know. I just feel like he's just trolling. He's a big troll. He's a big troll, and he's going to say what he wants. My
thing with that is, and, like, I know Chuck talks a lot for a guy that has never won and whatever. Like, yeah, he played on some teams where he had a lot of help, but he also played on those Suns team where he was the one that was the number one. And for KD to for that to be the first thing he does after he gets swept out of the playoffs for the first time in his career.
It's kind of so funny. It's so funny.
It's like,
it is so funny.
Dude.
No, I liked it. I thought it was hilarious.
It just seems so tone deaf to me because he posted like, oh, like, what would Chuck be without, A, B, and C? What would KD be without his trip to Golden State?
Golden State. Well, I would be a lot happier.
I'd be a lot happier,
I think. And I think KYRIE would also be a lot happier. And then they would have never been teammates. And then I think everyone would have been more happy besides him.
I don't know. It's wild to me that the first thing you do after you get swept is you go on social media and you talk shit.
It's so on brand for him, Like, he's such
on brand. He's gonna pull out the burners and everything.
No, he doesn't even do burners anymore. He's straight. Let me go on my account and I'm gonna reply to anybody I want to. And I'm gonna talk my shit. He will say whatever he wants on there. He will say what he wants on Twitter, and I do respect him for that because he will let you know and he will reply to people. Like, you say something to him, he's gonna reply. Like, there's no rules. I tried to get him to reply. I tweeted at him, Kevin Durant, if you happen to watch this show, and I know you saw my tweets and you didn't respond, which is fake. We want to know your thoughts on Cleveland, Ohio. Do you want to join the Cavs?
I think that would be such a bad move. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why. What the Cavs have right now in this young core that's like already overachieving expectations and everything. I think adding KD would just not. It would, on paper, it would be good. You'd win games. You probably would make more of a run in the playoffs. But I think for like the development and stuff, I just don't know about that.
I think they're like the Cavs are a piece away from being good. They need someone else. They need another person to be good.
Yeah.
And if KD wants to solidify his NBA legacy, come to Cleveland, win 2 rings in Cleveland. LeBron couldn't do that. So what if you do?
Come to Cleveland and prove that you don't need another superstar or
Come to Cleveland and prove your NBA legacy. Show that you're better than LeBron, even though you might be the 4th best player in the league right now. And that's a stretch. I don't want to hear anyone ever say that Giannis, KD. Giannis is so much better than KD.
KD scares the living hell out of me, though. Like, Giannis doesn't put that fear in me like KD does. And that's not to discredit Giannis.
As like a social media fear or playing fear?
No, playing fear, because when like I'll watch Giannis and I'll be like, yeah, this dude is like on another level. He's insane. Like, the freak nickname is spot on. But then I watch KD and he's just so lethal and spot on, and he can do it all the time.
Except against the Celtics in the playoffs.
I know the past couple of days has not backed that up, but like when he shoots, like sometimes the net doesn't even move, like it just drops in, and he's money, and he scares me. He really does.
Cleveland. That's why he should come to the Cavs and fulfill his NBA legacy, do something LeBron could not do. That would be a big topic,
Speaking of LeBron, going
He's
back to
living his
that
best
Kyrie
life.
thing, do you think a reunion might be in order if
I
he really
don't
does
think
end
so.
up?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that Kyrie can put the pride aside and do that. I just don't think he can do that.
Yeah.
You slander that man after he got you your ring? No.
That's kind of where I'm at too. But then I think back to when he called LeBron, I think it was in 2019 after the Celtics had lost a few, and he like apologized for the way he was when he was a young player and stuff. And ultimately it was like,
right.
It was a shot at Jalen and Jason at the time. And I don't care what anybody has to say. Like you don't do that and publicly state that you did that if you're not trying to make a point that your young players are the reason why you're not winning games. And that alludes to the throwing under the bus tweet the other day. Not a lot of people, but a few people didn't really understand what the hell I was talking about. And that's like, I don't know how much more clear that can get for you. But I don't know. I think that would be interesting. And I think it would be at least funny for basketball fans because
I would enjoy it.
Maybe if they just stayed together in the first place.
It would be really good.
Maybe they would be really good. They didn't let the egos get ahead of them. And then, but I don't know. Yeah. I think LeBron's time at the Lakers is coming to a close too. I think this year was
the whole Lakers organization is a mess from the top to bottom. Like no one in that thing is in the right, and they're very much all wrong.
Yeah, I think I don't know. This last season, I think the way it played out, a lot of people looked real dumb for a lot of it, LeBron included, because he's
right. But did you think Russell Westbrook was going to play like that?
No, I didn't.
No, not at all.
I don't think a lot of people did.
No.
But it's again, and we've talked about it a lot of times. It goes back to the compiling a bunch of 30-plus-year-olds who probably are way past their prime, if not like hanging on by a thread, like, and thinking it's gonna work, and it just, I don't know. I mean, LeBron James is great, and he's one of the greatest ever, but he can only supplement for so much, and I think that.
I mean, his best season ever was that 2018 season. He went above and beyond. I don't think he could ever go anywhere near that ever again.
Yeah, so. No, I don't think so either. And
that didn't even end well.
One more Nets topic before we can move on.
Oh, Ben Simmons,
former Nets player. What the hell with this guy?
I will say though, before we start talking about him, some of the things that people are saying about Ben Simmons, they're taking it a little too far, because everyone always because men's mental health is very important, and people make too many jokes about it. So feeding into that topic, some of the things we were saying are ridiculous. However, Ben Simmons also
he's
kind of
like
ridiculous.
I don't understand, because in all those videos from practice and all the reports from practice, like, he was looking good and he was on track, and the whole expectation was for him to play in Game 4. And I don't know. I'm assuming that it obviously, like, the game plan obviously changed once they lost Game 3, because at that point, like, there's no point
to play one game.
But like with him, it's why I know, like, the James Harden thing, like, that wasn't working out with the Nets. And obviously with the Sixers, like, that whole saga, but it's just, it's looking like one of the worst trades ever, because if he's not going to suit up, and if this injury is not going to get better because of that mental block he says that he has, that causes, his back to flare up again, or whatever the heck he said, like, I genuinely at this point don't know if he's ever going to play basketball again, because I don't think he can get past whatever this is.
Yeah, and I do feel bad for him, because he was the joke of everybody's anything for months. Self-induced, but I know that probably is not very fun.
Yeah.
But going down 3-0, if I was in his situation and you go down 3-0, why? If you already have all this going on, I just don't think that has any benefit for you to play in a game where you are going to get swept, for the only game that you're playing with that team.
The only reason why I would say he should have played, because I agree 100% with what you just said. The only reason why I think he should have is to show the organization that he can still physically and mentally play basketball. But also the fact that he wasn't even on the bench. Like,
well, he probably was over it after he got trolled for the damn photo of him in the purple outfit with everybody. I mean, they're like, clown show, clown show, clown show.
He looks like a beetle from like the Yellow Submarine cartoons. Like, that's what he looks like right now in this picture. But like, that to me is taking a page out of KYRIE circa 2018, out of his book, where he got the nose surgery. He wasn't, on the bench for Game 7. And it's like, I don't know if, I don't want to say it's a selfish, like, uninterest thing, but like, I don't know if these guys really give a shit about being like good teammates anymore when it comes to
no, I don't think anybody really does. Well, not anybody, but I don't think a lot of people really do. A lot of people, Baker Mayfield's little quote, he said, are doing it for the money, but I don't blame them for that.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons, he's still cashing checks. It doesn't matter what the hell he's doing. He's still getting money.
He has a hot girlfriend, a lot of money.
Who the hell's he doing now?
I don't know. She's really cute. I don't know what her name is, but I see pics. I can't tell you what her name is, but she's a cute girl. Good for her. And she looks like they look like they're having a good time. So at least he's having a good time at some point good time on the floor.
Not happening on the court. Also, I think if he ever was going to come back, a first round series against the Celtics probably was
it just doesn't seem like the best time.
His worst nightmare. If he played in a game at TD Garden, I think he would have cried.
He might cry.
Because when he was on the Sixers, like, everybody calling him a coward because he can't shoot jump shots and stuff. And don't get me wrong, defensively,
he's very good.
He's very good. But
he could be better in other ways.
I just think playing a series against Boston with how loud the fans are, which wouldn't have been a great game plan, especially for somebody who maybe is not in the right mental health area.
His teammates did him no favors preparing him for that game at all. Going down 3-0 while also flipping off the crowd and none of that was like set up. None of that was set up for Ben Simmons to have a good time in any way.
I will say though, hopefully that this is the end of the Boston Celtics Kyrie Irving drama.
I just don't think
I hope it is. I hope it is, because I'm tired of talking about this guy, and like, I'm tired of him talking about us too.
I don't think it will be. I hope so. That would be cool, but I really think that there's always just going to be something, There's always going to be something there. Like Kyrie,
it just would be.
We boo Kyrie here, and he want to.
Yeah, well, booing him is fine. I mean,
he says he hates Cleveland and everything.
Celtics fans boo LeBron still and stuff, and LeBron has kicked the Celtics in the teeth how many times? Like, but I hope, like, when it comes to just like talking, like him talking about like the organization unprovoked and stuff, and like being just a prick in his press conferences, I hope that's the end of it, because like, yeah, okay, last year happened in the playoffs, but like, you got punked in this series, and
like straight up embarrassed.
Like, just let that be the end of it. Like, just say like, yeah, my time in Boston wasn't great, and that's it. Like, you don't need to carry on. You don't need to go farther than that. And who knows? Maybe Celtics fans will ease up on you if you do that. Like, if you show an ounce of not even respect, but just like decency, like maybe they will too. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. I hope it happens, because I'm tired of directing my energy towards this dude. But we'll see. I don't know.
I think he's always still going to have some. Like, it's just going to be, because this is how it is for us. We don't go out of our way to say anything. He doesn't go out of his way to say anything until he plays here. And then they start heckling him, and he says some stuff back to him, and they get it on video, and then people post it everywhere.
Yeah.
Usually how it goes. Some other basketball things. Rookie of the year, real quick. I will say it was rigged for the ratings. Terrible choice. Sorry. I do like Scotty Barnes. I think Scotty Barnes is really good. I did not think that pick was going to pan out for the Raptors in any way, but I don't think anyone did. Everyone was making fun of their pick. and they somehow ended up with the Rookie of the Year. So congrats, Scotty Barnes. However, I think Evan Mobley deserved it a little bit more. And whoever didn't put Evan Mobley in their top 3 of the voting, just know I do not like you. That's all I got for that one.
I think this is one of those years where like any of the top 3 could have won it.
Yeah.
And then like it wouldn't have been a surprise. But I've said I'm on the team Evan Mobley side of history when it comes to Rookie of the Year, even though Scotty Barnes I think is really good and Cade Cunningham is really good.
Really good.
And
they're all really good.
They all could have won it and I would have been okay with it. But I think, I don't know. I think I liked Evan Mobley for this a little bit more. But
it is what it is. Whatever. Rigged for the ratings. I don't know. There is the other thing that I have a question about, and this is how I kind of feel about it. So for most improved player.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ja, awesome. He is very, 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 very good at basketball. But he was also a Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
So I don't know if that means you're you're that improved.
Yeah, I agree.
He did improve a lot, but like, I don't know.
How could somebody that was Rookie of the Year also be most improved? Like, I don't. It just
you took your team to the playoffs. They're a lot better. You're averaging more points. Also, again, I'm standing up for my guy, Darius Garland. He went from being the worst player in the NBA to an All-Star. I feel like that's a lot of improvement.
Who was the other finalist?
I can't recall who the other one was. I was too invested with Darius Garland. I knew he wasn't going to win.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's just, it makes sense because like you said, I mean, Ja has, it seems like, just overcome what people had expectations for, and they were high expectations, and I think he's like surpassed all of that. And it's, so I don't want to say like he's not deserving of this award. It's
he very much is, but
it seems odd to me that like he was Rookie of the Year and now he's most improved. Like, yeah, I mean, if you win Rookie of the Year, I'm gonna assume like your next couple of seasons are going to be very, very good. So
yeah, but not discrediting anything that he did, because again, good. I just don't really know what. It was DeJounte Murray was the other one. See, that's a great choice too. Jordan Poole was in the discussion in the votes, but like he wasn't. Yeah, him, Darius, those were the ones.
Yeah, I like Darius Garland for that too.
But I am biased, and I will say I am biased in those situations.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least you can admit it, you know. Should we get into some more potential drama in the association, because the Sixers are doing it again?
Yeah,
they're doing it again.
Not my MVP.
Oh man,
my poor MVP.
Man, oh man, oh man. So
he made that 3, and it started to crumble.
It was 3-0. And going back to Toronto, 3-2. Like this is starting to look very bad for the 76ers. And even worse when you read or listen to what Joel Embiid had to say about James Harden last night, about his lack of aggression, or he's not taking enough shots, or blah, 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 blah. Like that just seems...
This is a repetitive behavior, you know? This is like another
like
guy.
a bad situation. And who could have anticipated that? Who could have anticipated these two not seeing eye to eye?
Just another day.
James Embiid said on James Harden only taking 11 shots. I've been saying all season since he got here, he needs to be aggressive and he needs to be himself. That's not really my job. That's probably on coach. Okay, well, Doc, that's also not great for him either, because if you look at his playoff record,
coach.
Man, I didn't want to say it, but
okay, well, I'll say it. It's just not that good.
His playoff record and everything is garbage, and this is really bad. And then Doc said something about how the team has like another gear that they probably should like get into. Yeah, you should have done that in the potential series clinching game. Like, why are you saying this now? Why is this happening now when your back is almost, if not fully, against the wall and you're fighting for your freaking life? and your star is hurt and he's playing through it and like everything bad is happening.
Everything bad is happening. Like he literally broke his finger. He has to get surgery. He's not getting surgery yet.
Yeah.
He's going to go the Baker Mayfield route, and we'll see how that goes.
And you know what? As somebody who is not a fan of the 76ers, potential rival fan of the 76ers, even though, as Joel Embiid has said, it's not a rivalry when we kick their ass every time. I love this. I love this. Yeah. This is great because I'm tired of seeing the 76ers getting overrated, and this is like the perfect cherry on top of the Ben Simmons, James Harden trade where it happened. And I think a lot of us are like, okay, it's the same situation, just different guys. Like, I don't think, James Harden is actually playing. So he's got that. Yeah. But I think he's just as much of like a diva head case as anybody else on the Nets that he wanted to get away from, or what Ben Simmons was to the 76ers, and that's why they wanted to move on for him. Like, I don't think it was just, you're swapping the same person. And maybe it's a little bit better for the 76ers because this guy's actually playing, but like, I would not feel great if my star was saying this after a playoff loss about my other star. I would feel terrible as a fan. If I saw that, I'd be like, oh shit, we're done. We're done. We're screwed.
I would end up saying, just another day. It's just another day.
And it stinks because I would like to see Tyrese Maxey play more basketball. But at this rate, I don't know if the 76ers mentally can do this.
Super teams are just really down bad over the last few years. Every super team has started to crumble. The only team that's kind of stuck together in any way, excluding Kevin Durant, the Warriors. They're literally basically the only team that is the same.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Why? Because Steph is a nice guy.
Steph is a nice guy. Clay is nice, quiet, doesn't bother anybody.
Draymond, he seems like a great teammate, just wouldn't want to play against him.
Yeah, but even that, like if you're talking about like big personalities teaming up, Draymond has as big of a personality as anybody, and potentially is as unlikable as anybody.
Yeah, but he'll put that aside to win some games.
Exactly, and
the other ones can't do that.
That's why if we're talking big threes or super teams or whatever, like you look at the Warriors right now, and they're the mold of it. It's what everybody should and it working well.
Because there's always one in a big three that thinks that they could do more than the others. And then it causes the crumble of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Seen it time
with the
again.
Warriors, though, like, Steph is just Steph. I mean, I think the other two know that, like, he runs the show. I mean, everybody knows he runs the show. But, like, Clay is the perfect 1B to the 1A. And then Draymond is the role guy. And he's the perfect complement of physicality and everything that maybe Steph and Clay kind of lack or don't show all the time. And it works. And
now
it has worked.
Jordan Poole into the mix, and it's working now. I don't know if it's going to work long term. Seen some clips, seen some things. But I'm hoping for the best for them.
Me too, unless it ends up being a finals matchup, and then I hope Steph Curry just completely forgets how to shoot a basketball.
You think the Warriors are going to make it out of the West?
I like their chances more than I think anybody else.
The Suns are kind of down bad right now.
The Mavs too. I think what the Mavericks did without Luka was insanely impressive, and now that he's back, like they just beat the Jazz by like 40 last night. Like
the Jazz, they're a mess.
The Jazz are frauds, and they are always they're perennial first, second round bounce, and like that's it.
That's all they got.
We need to just also the Rudy Gobert stuff. Like I've watched a lot of the series. I think I've actually watched every single game of this series, and remember that guy that was talking crap about Marcus Smart because Rudy Gobert makes the Supermax? Why does he make the Supermax? Like, he's good, but, like, I mean, everything that I've seen him do, I've seen Marcus Smart do. And I don't understand. Like, maybe just because different positions and he's more valuable at that certain position. But like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me why we're hating on Marcus Smart when the tall, goofy COVID guy is whatever.
COVID,
like,
man.
He's not that much better.
Yeah, I agree with the Warriors. The Suns are down bad without Booker.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, man, that was bad.
4 points.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear all the time. I don't like Chris Paul. I don't really think I ever have. But like all of the talk about how he's, the greatest point guard in our generation and stuff, like, yeah, that's all well and good. But like, I don't think the greatest point guard in my generation would only put up 4 in a playoff game where his co-star is out. Like that's when you're supposed to take over.
Yeah.
4
and
points.
Nothing was taken over besides the Pelicans winning that game.
The Pelicans are wicked impressive too
they get rid of Zion,
who
right?
they are.
They're getting rid of Zion, right? Like Zion is never going to play another game for them. Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think he's gone. Zion is gone.
I don't really know. It's weird to me. He's like a similar Ben Simmons situation, although it's.
Well, he says he wants to play.
Yeah, but now the team wants to sit him out still, where he's
just got to go. They got to get him off the team.
He posted that video of himself dunking, like he looks like he can play.
Free Zion. That's all I got to say. Free Zion.
Are we at the point where we can say that he was a bust yet, or do we need like another year of actually watching him play?
Well, he was very good. Like when he played, he was like really, 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 really good.
Yeah.
Like very good. I would want him on my team personally because he played that well, but he is not. He's not playing. So
it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe the reason why they're doing it is like as trade bait to make sure he's fully healthy.
Right.
So they
can get the max out of that.
Trade him. I don't know. All I know is I really like the Mavericks out of the West. If it's not going to be the Warriors and if it's the Mavericks Warriors in the Western Conference Final, that might be one of the greatest series we've seen in a really long time.
That'll be really fun.
Because I really like this Mavs team. They really scare me. And the Warriors are the Warriors, and that hasn't changed.
Are we going to get a reality show out of the two dads coming out of the Grizzlies,
I would
Timberwolves?
Love that. I tweeted the other day, they need to have like their own version of like a Manning cast.
Oh, that'd be really good. Yeah.
That would be hysterical. Yeah, they need to have like an ISO cam, if anything, on them at all times. Like they're just every time they get cut to by the cameras, like it's just prime content, and they look like they're having the time of their lives. Like no matter what's going on, it's a really cool aspect to that series because that's another series that's really good, and I think that will go to 7.
Are we going to see another protest? What else can they do at this point?
It seems like every single game. You had the girl dress up as a ref the other day. Like,
she did not make it very far.
Did you see the tweet?
She did not make it very far.
Did you see the tweet? I think he's like a basketball writer or something. It's his ex-girlfriend from high school. Somebody sent like the girl's screenshot and like her name to this kid, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to date that girl in high school." I would be, and he said like he hasn't talked to her in like 16 years or something. I don't care.
He should text her and be like, hey, so like you good? Like what's good? Like what's good with this? Yeah, she got wrecked. She didn't make it very far.
Yeah, and then the two like got yanked out. At one point, I thought she was like gonna go just full dead body, and they were gonna yank her out by her hair because she was not cooperating whatsoever. But I did a little bit of research as to why this is happening, and I know we had Madison and like everybody last week kind of explain it, and I feel like I have a better understanding of what's going on now, and it still is insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, this is the guy who, after this season, technically isn't even going to be the owner anymore, right? He's the one that sold
because
the team to A-Rod and whoever.
Alex Rodriguez, which I got some A-Rod tea, but we're not going to share on the show. I'll tell you
I
later.
would love it. Oh, I would love it. Yeah, I need to hear that because I can only imagine what it is. Yeah, the chicken thing. I mean, boiling them alive is really weird.
Yes.
Seems like a not good process, but like also, they're sick. They had the bird flu, right? Like that, you legally have to put them down, or else
it's just
like that could
it's
get really
mess.
bad.
The mess, like the whole situation is a mess, and the running on the floor is the mess, and super gluing your hand to the. It's just all.
But at this point, like I want one of these protesters to actually be successful and like carry out their plot of like standing in the center of the court and just screaming, because I want to know what they have to say. I want to know
some
what
words.
the heck.
Yeah, I'm tired of the silence.
I want to know what crazy stuff they're gonna say.
Yeah,
because
I don't even know if there's anything to be said.
The stuff on the shirts, like if you're getting carried out by 17 bodyguards, I can't read what it says. Or
no one can get the photo of it, so you might as well just record yourself and upload it because you're already in trouble. Yeah. Doesn't matter. You're already getting arrested.
But also
might
like
as well.
I said last week,
carry it out.
Like I said last week, you're buying tickets and you're just providing more income to the person you're pissed at and protesting about. Like it doesn't protest outside the stadium.
They'll probably justify it by saying, well, someone was going to buy them anyways, but why use your own money?
Yeah, if you hate the guy so much, why use your own money just to make him richer? I don't know.
Who's to say?
I have no idea. Anyway, what else? Basketball news. Jimmy Butler's out tonight, and I think that's pretty much it.
Hawks fans think they have a chance. They probably still no.
Okay,
I mean, that series is over.
Who do you think is the worst team in the playoffs? The Bulls or the Hawks? Oh, Zach LaVine's out too. COVID stuff.
See, okay, that's. I don't know. I want to say the Hawks.
Okay, maybe not worst. Maybe we'll be nice and say not good.
I want to say the Hawks, but I enjoy watching them more than the Bulls.
I don't know how I feel about Trae Young.
I think he's really good.
He's really good, but there's something about him. Like
is it the Oklahoma in him? Because I think it is.
It might be. Maybe
honestly, might be the Oklahoma.
Maybe I've become so close to you that like the anti-Oklahoma is like running off.
I don't know. I think he's good. I don't dislike him, even though he beat my team and waved goodbye to us.
I don't know. Yeah, there's something about him that just like rubs me the wrong way. And that, like I said, I agree. He's really freaking good. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe I think he just looks like mousy. Like he looks like he's always up to something.
Yeah, he is always up to something.
So maybe that's why. Like I'm not. He looks a little like sneaky. Not really a big fan. I like the Bulls a lot more. I like Kobe White a lot. DeMar DeRozan's obviously incredible, and Zach LaVine is really good when he's not dealing with COVID health and safety stuff. But I just
like the Hawks more because the Bulls fans were just like trolling us all season long. I mean, Hawks fans were kind of too when we lost, but the Bulls were more consistent. So
yeah, but why weren't the Bulls like in first place at one point and then they fell down to?
Yeah, but we were like right behind them almost the whole entire season.
Oh,
and then we had a meltdown in the last like month and a half when everybody was hurt and no one could play, and we were playing Rajon Rondo.
Okay, got it. Yeah, classic. Yeah, classic Rondo minutes when all else fails.
So.
All right, draft week. Hi, hello.
It is cool. Draft week. If you're in Vegas, have so much fun.
Yeah, I kind of wish we were in Vegas.
Me too, but I don't know if that'd be. I don't know if that'd be good for my like physical well-being to be in Vegas.
Nope.
I don't think it would.
Financial, nothing.
None of that.
Nothing about that would be. Good.
I honestly don't think any of it would be good for me, to be honest, because I want to stay inside.
Nothing about that would be a good situation right now.
It would be very fun, but
we had fun the last time we went to Vegas.
We did. I did have fun. I'm going to Atlanta this weekend, so that's already going to take a lot off my life. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm going to Fresno this weekend. That's not really the same.
See, we're yeah. I'm going to a 7-on-7 game put on by the Migos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I have no idea. I got invited. See, this is not draft topic, guys, but this is a real quick summary of my weekend. I got invited, and I'm supposed to help film content for a couple of the guys there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys that we're doing content for has been on a Twitter rampage over the last 48 hours. So I don't know how that's going to go. But it should be fun, and I'm excited. But the draft that we're not going to.
Yeah, we're not going to. We really haven't paid much attention to this draft.
Because my team has pick number 44.
Yeah, the Pats are what, 21? I said it last week. I'm saying it again this week. If it's not Nakobe Dean at 21, I don't want it. But that's with my extremely, extremely limited knowledge of NFL drafts and this draft class specifically.
Yeah. I'm not a big college football watcher, so
yeah, me either.
Like the top 10, that's cool. That's fine. I feel like the Panthers are going to mess up. That's my draft take. I think they're going to do something stupid, and I hope they do.
They keep saying that they're not going to trade for Baker and they're not going to do it, and that they don't know if it's just a draft thing or if they're ever going to do it. I don't think I buy that.
I hope they give us that pick number 6, and I will die laughing. Imagine
if they give up pick number 6 for Baker Mayfield, I want every decision maker in that organization out. That's
I think that would be the best. That would be the best outcome ever for any draft ever in my life.
That would be bad. That would be embarrassing.
But I think
even
they will
just
mess
the thought of that. Just the thought of that is like making my blood boil. Yeah. Well, I mean,
they should do it.
They messed up by going after Sam Darnold, and we have seen how that's, I guess, not panning out.
Sam Darnold is self-aware, though.
Yeah, it's true. He knows he's not great. Well, I don't know. But yeah, another week has gone by and Baker Mayfield still is not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
So here's two things. Here's two things that the Browns have done within the last week and a half that you just know they're not having. Clearly, we already know they're not going to have Baker on the team. That's already given. But it was his birthday, a week and a half ago, whenever his birthday was. They did not do a happy birthday post.
Solid.
Did not do one. So that's very telling. And then today, they did a post. It was however many years ago we drafted, and it was his draft. They said Denzel Ward.
Oh.
And there was not a post. There was not a number 1 pick post. So.
Oh.
I would hate to be their social media team right now.
Man.
There's a lot of issues that they have to deal with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I hope they just have all their notifications muted and stuff, because you're playing with fire with that one.
And always, in any way, any post at this point.
Oh, man. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it was already a given that he was out of there, but at that point, that's just a little touch of petty that I enjoy. And then you have
we have this thing called Building the Browns, and it's a weekly, I don't even know, maybe weekly, couple of days a week, they do an episode that shows guys in the facility, interviewing guys. And this one probably set him over the edge. It was Jacoby Brissett, and he was sitting down talking, and he was like, it's really awesome, and it's really cool to see that we have an all-black QB room. So, 3 shots at Baker Mayfield in 2 weeks.
The thing is, too, Jacoby Brissett is the sweetest human being on the face of the earth, and I don't even think he realized that could be taken out of context.
For him, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That was the only people that he's met.
Happy for him.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, man. Baker probably heard that, and he's like, what the fuck?
So now we move on to the statue.
That thing's bad.
And they did him a disservice with that. I mean, you already know you're having this bad time with your quarterback. Shout out to the Oklahoma fans, though. That thing was packed. 80,000 fans for the spring game to see the statue reveal. And the statue reveal, they did him so dirty.
He looks
They
like
did him
Dennis Reynolds.
so dirty. Like the headband. They need the headband a little more defined. I saw a picture in different lighting. It looked a
Yeah.
little bit better. But
Yeah, I'm gonna
still,
be
like, come
honest.
on.
I really didn't know that there was a headband on it until I saw somebody reply
I didn't either.
and say that there
Someone said
was. And then
headband, and I saw the headband.
then I looked a little closer and like I saw like the Nike swoosh, and then I realized, but that's not good. That's not great.
No, I do feel
Kind
bad
of
for
embarrassing.
that. Because they set him up for that. They
Yeah.
set him up for fail.
I'd be pissed. That's like,
Mhm.
it's not as bad, but that's close to like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, his was
Statue
terrible.
bad.
Oh, God, that was so
That thing,
bad.
that thing was terrible.
There's not a lot going on in the NFL. You know what I was thinking today?
What?
It's been pretty chill. There's been no drama. So Aaron
Yeah, I don't like
Rodgers
that.
has to be up to something at some point. Like, he has to be like this close to like doing something. And I
It's too
need
quiet.
it. I need it.
Rodgers is plotting something.
I hope he's enjoying his off season though, but he's probably up to something because it's been way too long with nothing going on. I just feel like that's out of character.
He's enjoying his off season, not showing up to off season workouts. He's having a grand old time.
You know who else
That
is
guy,
enjoying their
that
off season in the club with
frickin' guy.
signs? Deebo.
I'm very excited for this to play out in the next couple of days because I think the draft is going to be huge.
Right.
In terms of this situation.
Where do you think he goes?
I don't know.
Okay.
I would love it if it was New England. I don't think that's possible in the slightest. But I would love it because I love Deebo. But he's not. I don't think he's going anywhere in the NFC. I don't think the 49ers
I don't think they would want to
dumb.
do that either. If I were him, I would want to go to the Chiefs, I think. I think that makes the most sense.
I would hate that.
I know. I would too. I would so hate that, but I think that makes the most sense right now.
I'm also tired of everybody coming to the AFC. Like we're full.
We're at capacity. Try somewhere else.
That would suck so bad. Well, who else? I mean, who else? The Ravens? I mean, the Ravens need some.
Yeah, but does he want to go there?
I don't know.
I don't think he would want to go there, to be honest.
I mean,
I feel like Chiefs is the best bet.
I would hate that so much. Can they do that though? Like the financial aspect of it, because he wants a new deal.
Sure. I mean, they can probably. Like they could have.
The Chiefs. It seems like they literally have no cap. Like and I know that's not true because that's part of the reason why they had to trade Tyreek Hill. But the Jets, no, I would not like that at all.
Everybody keeps saying the Jets. Everybody keeps saying they want to go to the Jets. I'm like, what is there to do for that team? What's going to happen with that team? If you're already having a bad time with the 49ers, who were very good, why the Jets? I wouldn't want to go there.
He's got the connection with Salah and
right.
Like the Jets have improved this offseason, and I think Zach Wilson is going to be better than a lot of people are giving him credit for, but he's also Zach Wilson, quarterback of the New York Jets. Like, there's a very, 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 very strict and hard ceiling there, I think. And I also don't want him in the AFC East, so no. That's that. Keep Deebo out of the AFC.
I just don't want him in the
AFC. That's fine, but not.
I think he would be very useful in the Packers. But would they let him go to the Packers? I don't think they would let him go to the Packers.
That would be so stupid. That would be. Yeah, why are you going to help out a team in your conference that you more likely than not are going to see in the playoffs? Like, that would just be moronic. Unless they're giving you the entire farm, like, no.
I just think it's funny how it's all played out. 2 months ago, you would have said the 49ers are going to be one of the best teams going into this season. They look so positive. They're going to get something for Jimmy G. Nothing has happened good for them, and they're still probably going to have him plus a mess with Deebo. So
yeah, well, I mean, John Lynch said the other day that I think this is the exact quote, that he 1,000% sees a scenario where Jimmy G is still quarterback of the 49ers. Like, the last year and a half, have we not been talking about how badly you guys want to get him out of there so Trey Lance can start developing? Time. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really add up for me. And I think the most interesting part about this whole Deebo thing is the fact that he doesn't like the way he's getting used as like a running back receiver hybrid, which if I was him, I would love that, because that's going to get you more money than just being a straight up receiver. I don't know, but full no-go for me. Deebo Chiefs, Deebo Jets, Deebo Packers, 100% out on all three.
Deebo Browns, love, but that's just not really ever going to happen.
Yeah, so. I don't know if what the heck could they give up in a trade for him? You guys have no more picks.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I would like that either. But he 1,000% could not be moved either. Like, he just because he requested a trade doesn't mean that
they're gonna do
the team has to do it. And he
more than likely they do, but still.
Yeah. But if he wants to be a baby and he doesn't get his request, seen to fruition, like, sit out.
Just see how that goes.
Or come play for Bill Belichick. Say, hey, it's not about the money. I just want
to win. Have a good time.
Just want to do it. I mean, Devontae Parker, for some reason, wanted to get traded to the Patriots. So, and he said the fans were part of the reason why. What? We stink.
Mean?
What
do you mean?
Devontae Parker said he wanted to get traded to the Patriots, and the Patriots fans were a big reason why. We're obnoxious.
Why?
We're mean.
Yeah, but like that's the point, though. Like, you guys.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad he thinks that, but like, very, very shocked to hear that. Definitely did not see that one coming.
No, that makes sense. I agree with him. It's a big fan base.
Hey, I mean, I'm glad he thinks that way.
There's a fan base that we should talk about, though. There's a fan base that we should talk about.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the I Hate the New York Yankees club.
Okay, so I will start.
I'm so happy to have you.
I will start off by saying, when I say this, I don't mean everybody. I don't know why that needs to be said. I don't know why that needs to be said. Next,
they're a very sensitive bunch. So
if your fans, if my fans threw things at other players, my first instinct wouldn't be to say, we're not all like that. I would say, wow, look at those idiots. That is terrible. Yep. And I'm very sorry that happened.
Right.
Now, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Don't ever throw beers at Miles Straw again. And I don't care that he jumped up and got in their face and said what he said. He did no harm to them. You want to say stuff to players all the time. You want to throw stuff at players. You want to do that, and they say a couple words back to you and you want to start crying? Lame.
Yeah. So also, lame. If what the fans said is accurate, like, this was 1,000% warranted. 1,000%.
I saw a short, little video clip, and they were stay down to Stephen Kwan. They were making fun of him for getting hurt and saying really weird things to him. And that's when Miles Straw climbed up and started yelling at the fans. And then the fans started throwing stuff at the players.
Also, I don't want to hear Yankees fans say that, oh, this isn't like us. This is just a select group of fans, blah, blah, blah. You guys are throwing shit at your own players last year when they lost. What? This is the Bronx. This is what it's like going into that mausoleum of a stadium, and they think that they have this elitist.
There's no place for that
mentality. At all. It's just terrible.
There's no place for that.
And it's bad when the players on your own team are running out to center field or right field or wherever the hell this was and saying, hey,
maybe don't
chill out, cut the shit.
Don't throw stuff.
If Aaron Judge, if I was a Yankee fan and I was doing this stuff, and if I saw Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton running out to center field to yell at me, I think I would take a step back and be like, oh, maybe I
Then they
effed up.
just kept throwing stuff, like, even when they were out there.
They kept going. They kept going when half of the Yankees team was out there. Like, what if you hit one of your own players in the head with a full beer? Like, I'm not saying that
right.
that's, like, in the realm of possibility to have happened, but, like, you're throwing stuff. What if? What if one of the bleacher creatures was drunk off his ass and he just took a full beer and just hummed it?
What if it hit
And
one of
you
them
hit
in the
somebody
head?
in the head?
Right.
Then what? Stop throwing shit at athletes,
Like,
please.
there's no point to throw full
There's
cans of
no
beer.
reason why
I know
we
you
need
guys
to
in
do
the
this.
outfield bleacher scenes aren't making enough money to throw 15 beers onto the field.
And
Wasted your money, wasted your beer, wasted your time. Because now you're never going to go back to a game.
Maybe I know this more because, like, I'm a Red Sox fan, and I know a lot about the Yankees, and I grew up in Yankee country, and I've been to Yankee Stadium, and I know how the bleacher creatures are. Like, that mentality you guys have out there of, oh, well, we're out here, like, we're like the blue bloods of fans. Like, everybody wishes they were a bleacher creature at Yankee Stadium. Not true when you guys act like this and you continue to act like this, and it's just like, it's incredibly embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing for you. Like, you're not doing what you think you're doing. And don't defend it. Don't sit there and say, oh, well, it's not all of us. Sit there and say,
no shit, because you're at home.
Shit.
That's why you didn't throw a beer. You're sitting on your couch tweeting that. That's why it's not all of you.
Like, I'm really happy to see new fan bases jump on the anti-Yankees train.
Oh, man. I know, like, we've had some beef with the Yankees. We've had some beef with the Yankees, but that one was a little too far. And that's not cool in any situation. Miles Straw has so much respect from me in every single way.
Yeah, me too.
He's awesome. I don't know. It must be like a Miles thing that if your name's Miles and you play for Cleveland, you're going to do something crazy in a game at some point. So I was saying this the other day, the Cavs should get Miles Turner. I don't know if that would improve their team at all or any way, but put a Miles on every single team and he'll do something. He's about that life and he will do something if your name's Miles and you play for a Cleveland team.
I don't know. It's just, I'm going to need everybody to really chill when it comes to throwing stuff at athletes, because I feel like we had this conversation last year, but, like, we went an entire year without being able to go to sporting events. And now this is how you guys are going to act. You're going to throw stuff, really? And I said the same thing about the kid that threw a water bottle at KYRIE at TD Garden. So don't come here and say, oh, Boston fan, that's really rich for you to say, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't give a shit who you are a fan of and whatever. Don't throw stuff at the athletes.
You just can't act like that.
They're not like circus elephants and whatever. Like, they're human beings. You can't do that regardless if they're athletes or not. You're not supposed to throw stuff at other people. Like,
yeah, if you think you're such a diehard fan and you want to be at every game, guess what? You can't go anymore because now you're in trouble and you're kicked out of the stadium for life. So
stupidity.
Looks like you're a fake fan to me.
Absolute stupidity. Just act like an adult. And if you're not an adult and you're like a teenage kid, maybe
don't go.
Your parents should revoke your access of going to adult events.
Yeah, maybe you should stay home. I will say, though, the worst part about that whole entire weekend was, I really thought they were going to go back out there the next day and it was going to be a good game. We were going to score some runs. Absolutely not. We were down 10-0 going into the last inning. It could not have been any worse.
Yeah,
could not have been any worse.
I really was pulling for you guys.
I was watching. I was like, no.
I was pulling for you guys all series, obviously, because, like,
right,
whenever Yankees lose, I win. And I thought after that, like, you guys were a shoo-in for at least one.
No shot at all. They said, joke's on you. We'll throw shit at you and we'll sweep.
Yeah. Well, at least you guys have, like, the rest of the baseball community behind you. Sure. Maybe you didn't get the wins, but
we
like,
have some more fans, which is probably a good thing in our rebrand year.
So that's oh my God, I didn't even think about that. What more of a perfect way to start your rebrand than starting shit with the Yankees fans, because everybody else doesn't like them. So now you got everybody that doesn't like them back in the Guardians. There you go. That's genius marketing tactic.
Yeah, we just planned that. They planned that out.
That's perfect.
Man, people just love to throw stuff at my baseball team. I don't understand. The White Sox threw bobbleheads at us last year.
That's insane.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
That would hurt. Bobbleheads are like kind of heavy.
Yeah, that would hurt. My last topic I have for us.
Insane.
Baseball topic. And it is for or against robo umps. Yes, no, what do you think?
Totally for it. Get Angel Hernandez
out of
here.
Sign us up.
We already lost Joe West to retirement, so that's one we don't have to worry about anymore. And get Angel Hernandez the hell out of here. He is the worst, and I have never been more in love with Kyle Schwarber than watching him rip this guy a new one, because it's been a long time coming. Like, I don't think anybody in Major League Baseball is a fan of this guy, and I think when they see that he's, umpiring their games, that they're dreading it, and they're like, oh shit,
right now the game's gonna be swayed some way.
Yeah, like, what BS do we have to deal with today with this guy behind the plate? Like, yeah, I'm for it. Test it out in the minor leagues, see what it's like. And
they already do a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think in like, I don't even know. I think it's like single A ball or something, but in one of the leagues, they're definitely doing it.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. That's all I gotta say. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm sooner rather than later too. I'm so sick of these guys.
And you can't complain. You can't cry about it.
There was an umpire in the Red Sox game the other day that, like, it was like every half inning he had a new strike zone. Like, I know the element of baseball is human error and stuff like that, but at some point, like,
I just like things to be right. We want our team to have the best chances to win. We want our pitchers to have the best chances to also win. So that's my stance on it. However, I did say pros of robo umps, we won't see that terrible strike zone. Cons, we will not see that beautiful display towards Angel Hernandez.
Yeah. The one thing I think Schwarber definitely failed on here is, like, he didn't kick any dirt or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's, if you're gonna go full baseball outburst, like, you gotta start kicking.
Remember, who's the guy that took the base with him?
Yeah, steal the base.
Right, like, do something like that. Do something like that.
Take the ump's, like, mask off his head and just walk away. Like, do something.
Yeah.
If you're gonna throw a fit, throw a fit. Do it right.
You know who threw a fit? I don't know if you saw this video or not, but I think it was the Red Sox. Maybe AA.
Oh, the brawl?
Yeah, he punched that guy in the face. He was like 5 times the size of that pitcher, and he just wrecked him.
Yeah, I think that was, I want to say it was Portland, the Portland team. Yeah, that was like a legit, like, I know we always sit here and talk about, like, bench clearing brawls, if I could say that right.
That one.
But, like, that was a legitimate melee. It was awesome. Definitely, maybe, like, the old heads aren't going to like this, but, like, that got me more interested in minor league baseball. If they're doing that shit down there.
Actually,
absolutely, I'm tuning in.
I'll say I love my minor league baseball teams here in Cleveland. I went to a game at the Akron Ducks. Awesome logo. It's a little rubber duck. Phenomenal ballpark. And it was in their playoff game. They were in their championship, and someone hit a home run. Strobe lights flashing, laser show, fireworks. They were giving shit out in the crowd. Minor league baseball is underrated, and it needs
definitely. Well, that's how
some more viewers.
The Woo Sox, when they were still in Pawtucket and they were the Paw Sox. Those games were so fun. I admittedly have not been to a game since they moved to Worcester, but, like, it seems awesome. So go support minor league baseball if you can. The tickets are a hell of a lot cheaper than going to major leagues.
Beers are way cheaper.
The talent is pretty much just as good, because these are the next guys that are gonna, get the calls. So
yeah, and sometimes you'll see someone on a little recovery trip.
Yeah, that too. So that's our promo for minor league baseball today.
Minor league baseball. And the names are good. The names are so good.
Yeah. Yeah, the Woo Sox are a little, like, smiley ball. It's so cute. So, what else? I think that's it. Did we cover everything?
That's all I got. I don't have any other topics. Nothing else to say besides the Celtics ruined Kevin Durant's basketball career. That's my closing remarks.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go watch the Red Sox. I'm at the point in the season, alarmingly early, where I don't want to, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I don't want to watch. My game starts at 9:40, and I'd rather just be sleeping.
Yeah, they're already losing, so I'm going to go.
Yep.
see what I can do. And with that being said, we'll catch you guys next week.
Hopefully your team drafts someone that you want.
Yeah.
And hopefully the Browns do not have Baker Mayfield next time we see you.
And maybe the
That's
Patriots
all I
get
got.
N'Keal Harry out of here. Okay, bye. Happy draft week. See you guys.